What do you think? What are y'all's feelings about the principal issues that face Cornelius? What are the major issues that Cornelius faces?
Well, I mean, one thing that I think Cornelius has always struggled with a little bit is just the fact that it's bisected by an interstate, dividing the part of Cornelius where we are with the part that's situated more on the lake and on the West Catawba side, and I think that everybody wants the town to have a unified feel and finding ways to get the connectivity over the interstate to facilitate that is difficult.
I agree, and just continuing to keep its character and its charm is a tough thing to do when you have the amount of growth that we've seen here in Cornelius.
As the town has grown over the years, the west side sort of, with the lake and with the division of I-77, the west side sort of took off, the lake side took off and had a lot of your newer development. Not a whole lot of historical buildings over there, but out downtown where we're sitting now, where our government center, core government center is, has a lot of our history. Old houses you can kind of see as you come off of 77 down Catawba Avenue, how we've tried to preserve that sort of small downtown historical feel. Some of those houses converted to business, which is fine, but it still has kept that same character. And in the downtown redevelopment, what we want to try to do is build off of that. We have an old gin mill here in town, which may be the only one. It's not in operation, but it's being repurposed, reused as something else. But to preserve that type building, to preserve the old mill that's in the downtown, and just keep that same feel and character, and make the town thrive. And when I say historic preservation, and to me, it drives economic development, it drives economic vitality, it's quality of life.
How important do you think the old buildings are to the preservation of that character you're talking about?
I think it's hugely important, and I think without those, we can easily just become another place along the interstate, and that our history is what makes us unique and special, and we have to work hard to preserve that.
Cornelius is not alone in valuing its history.
So when we started grabbing hold of, we needed to preserve what we had, and we interfaced with you and Stuart at the landmarks. You were able to get us on the right direction as to what is necessary for, or what is important for us to preserve, and how we would go about that. So the future of Pineville history is going to be very important, because that's our identity. That's what we're about.
You know, the town has changed a lot in the last 30 years, and we've had to really struggle to work to keep that history. Otherwise, developments, we're just going to lose it. So it's really become integral to the town's vision, town board's vision of our community, and Historic Landmarks Commission is a great partner for the town, really as a resource, not only as a resource, bringing projects to us and us bringing projects to them. It's been a great team effort.
Well, that house, if anybody came and looked at it like I did, they would think it's going to fall down tomorrow. In fact, Thomas White, who bought it, lives across the street, bought it from you, who lives across the street. That's what he kept thinking. That house is going to fall down any minute now. But you came down and looked at it, saw the possibilities of it, bought the house, and in turn preserved it as well. And then Mr. White bought it and has completely renovated that house. It's really, really nice, and it's what I think we're going to see in other Mill Village houses.
There's an area to the south of Catawba. I'm talking about streets like Center Street, Meridian, School Street. Do you think historic preservation could play any role in the revitalization of those neighborhoods?
Definitely.
One of the things that the Historic Landmarks Commission has is we do have a multi-million-dollar revolving fund, which allows us to buy, rehab, sell. Do you like to see the Landmarks Commission consider, with owner cooperation, obviously, purchasing houses in that neighborhood and begin rehabilitating, would you see that as a positive step?
Yes, yes, and yes.
Another great example of a house, the owners lived in South Carolina. You know, he wanted to get a fair market price for it. It's right here in the core of the town, and the Landmarks Commission stepped forward and actually purchased the property, and now we're in the process of rezoning it, and it's going to be used by an accountant in his office.
We need to act now. I mean, as you know, time goes along, and new people move in, and that's how buildings get torn down. If we keep waiting and waiting and waiting, I just feel that we will lose that opportunity. We have a lot of things going our way now with the bond passage, and a lot of vibe behind it, and citizen approval. So it's just now is a perfect opportunity to move while we have a chance. We have some funds. We have potential partnership opportunities. So it's probably not a better time than now.